Hey everybody, this is Charles Raether. A lot of people are asking us lately, what's going to happen to my Golden Visa application if they change the citizenship law in Portugal? Today, let's dive deep into this whole question and the debate surrounding it and help you come up with the clearest answers to your questions related to the Portuguese Golden Visa and citizenship. So as of right now, there's been a proposed law. It was proposed in June of 2025 that would increase the residency period from 5 years to 10 years to apply for citizenship. Or if the applicant is from a Portuguese-speaking country, it would increase from 5 years to 7 years. Now, first of all, it's just a draft. It hasn't been finalized, and the expectation is that sometime in the fall of 2025, they will actually review it and take a vote on it. Obviously, stakeholders from different sides are making their interests heard, and it's far from clear as to what the final outcome would be. First of all, in theory, at least how it's presently drafted, this does not at all affect anything involving the Golden Visa program for Portugal. Again, the Golden Visa program is a residency program that does provide for citizenship, but that citizenship aspect flows into the general citizenship law in general. It's not like there's a separate citizenship law related to Golden Visa holders. So again, the Golden Visa, to our understanding, is not going to be affected at all under the proposed legislation. If the proposed legislation goes forward as it was initially drafted in June, it would add a couple requirements in terms of language knowledge, but there was always a language knowledge requirement even under the previous law. There's also a civics exam and I think some other requirements. I don't think those are very concerning to people. There's also a requirement that you have no criminal record, that you've not been convicted of any crimes under which could be punished through incarceration, meaning you could be held in jail or in prison as a result of that. But I guess the biggest concern is the issue about the 10 years and when that would kick in. Now, the law theoretically would only take effect, and the moment for which new applicants would be subject to that 10-year law would be when the law goes into effect. I think the draft was written so that anything before that date in June, maybe it was June 19th, 2025, anybody who applied for citizenship after that date in June would be subject to the new 10-year law. That I don't think is valid law under Portuguese law. That it would only be in effect from the moment of its passage by Parliament. So even if the worst case, let's say that happens later in 2025, anybody who files for citizenship after that date would be subject to that law. Another key issue to keep in mind is that the new 10-year law would only apply to people who get their first residency after the date the new law is promulgated or passed. So for example, if you received your first residency permit, I don't know, let's say you got your first residency permit in March 2025, and then this new 10-year citizenship law takes effect in the fall of 2025. To my understanding, you would still be eligible for citizenship after 5 years because your first residency permit was issued before the new law took effect regarding 10 years of citizenship. Again, these are details that are still floating out there. It would have to be hammered out and could possibly be amended. But at the end of the day, even if in the worst case scenario this law is passed, doubling the residency period from 5 to 10 years, it does not affect how the Golden Visa program works or any other residency program. It merely would affect how citizenship would be processed. And again, at the end of the day, it's maybe not the worst thing in the world that it goes from 5 to 10 years. That would put Portugal on a longer time frame than Greece, which is the other remaining Golden Visa program in Europe that requires residency of 7 years. So Portugal would be a little bit longer, and we will see. Time will show whether that is significant enough that it might start deterring people. You might see an influx of applicants into Greece because the investment level is in fact less than in Portugal. And if under the new law, if a new law is passed in Portugal, citizenship would be possible sooner in Greece. It's possible we might see an uptick in interest in the Greek program. But anyway, stay tuned to the news. Probably best to subscribe to our channel so that we can keep you updated on this and all other news of relevance and importance regarding second residency, second citizenship in the US and overseas, and how to best make that transition for yourself and your families as efficiently and comfortably as possible.